Today we're taking a look at the B&W hitch reducer sleeve from 2.5 inches to 2 inches. Part number BWRHXA2182. This sleeve will reduce your 2.5 inch receiver down to a 2 inch receiver, which will allow you to use or tow any of your 2 inch hitch accessories. The pinched out sides will help prevent your sleeve from sliding too far into your hitch receiver. We're going to show you one of the advantages of having those pinched out sides. For demonstration purposes, we have right here another hitch reducer sleeve without pinched out sides. As you can see, when I slide this sleeve in, we kind of have to put our finger in the sides and line up the pinholes. Now, even though it was easy to get our pinholes lined up, when we insert something like a bike rack, that's going to allow our sleeve to kind of move around, so then we have to line up the pinholes again. As you can see, as I insert my bike rack, the sleeve is now not in line, so we have to pull that back. As you can see, I've had to pull out my receiver to try to get the holes to line up on the sleeve and on the bike rack. But then trying to put the bike rack in without the sleeve moving is very challenging. As you can tell, the holes have not lined up. And sticking your fingers in is not the ideal way to do this, as you could pinch them. Now let's see how much easier this is with our B&W. We've inserted our sleeve. We can insert our bike rack. And it's not going to move around or slide as we try to line up the pinholes. And it's also not going to pinch our fingers. It has an E-coat and black powder coat finish to help resist rust and corrosion. It's very easy to use. All you have to do is slide it into your hitch receiver or onto the shank of the accessory you want to use. The pinched out ends are also going to help keep your pinholes lined up with the pinholes on your hitch receiver. But as you can see, we have two sets of pinholes that are separated by 1/2 inch. The benefit of having two separate sets of pinholes is that it's going to fit perfectly with all of the factory hitches for our 3 major truck brands, and it's also going to fit most of the aftermarket hitches. What we're going to do now is test out to see which way the pinched out ends need to be facing in order for the pinholes to line up with our factory hitches on the 3 major trucks, and then we're also going to test it out on 2 aftermarket hitches. First, we'll start on our Ram 2500. I'm going to show you the incorrect way to do it first. Right now we have our notches on the top and bottom of our sleeve. When we slide it in and the notches get to the edge of the receiver, our pinholes do not line up. All you have to do to correct this is pull out your sleeve, turn it, and then reinsert it. With the pinched out ends on the sides, we're going to see that our pinholes line up correctly. Now we'll move on to our GM models. This is going to be our GMC and our Chevrolet 2500s. Now that we have the pinched out edges on the top and bottom, we see that our holes line up. And last, we have our Ford F-250. And now our pinholes do line up. Now we'll move on to our 2 aftermarket hitches. We have a Curt and a draw tight. So let's start with the draw tight. For the draw tight, you're going to need the notches to be on the left and right sides. When we insert it, the holes line up and we can insert our pin. For our Curt, it's going to be the opposite. We need the notches on the bottom and the top. As we insert it, we see our holes can line up and insert our pin. And there you have it for the B&W hitch reducer sleeve, part number BWRHXA2182.